Tranmere claimed victory at the renamed Proact Stadium. The frustration for Rovers was that they had to wait until extra time to do it. Jean-Louis Akpro was one of several Tranmere players to go close in 90 minutes. Cole Stockton was later denied by the upright as the League One side rattled the woodwork in both halves. A pre-season injury crisis had left Tranmere short on bodies for this one. 18-year-old Stockton made the most of his opportunity, netting his first senior goal 3 minutes into extra time. With 6 players missing, 3 of them central defenders, Tranmere remained vulnerable. Veteran striker Jack Lester put the Spireites on level terms with only 11 minutes remaining. But with penalties looming, another youngster settled the match. Abdoulaye Belbagi's first for the club came with seconds remaining and earned Rovers a second round trip to Aston Villa.
Now, stand by for something Tranmere fans don't get to see very often. You probably start to think it's going to be your day when the left back, who has managed just 1 goal in 3 years for the club, opens the scoring. After Zoumana Bakayoko struck gold, who could blame him for celebrating with the Mobot? Orient's David Mooney came close to a spectacular equaliser when he span 180 degrees, but was denied by Owen von Williams' outstretched fingertips. Rovers hope new striker Jean-Louis Akpro will be making frequent appearances on the score sheet. The early signs are good. He was on target again when James Wallace, who has made the trip across Merseyside from Everton this summer, found him with a perfect cross. The only blot on Rovers' copybook came 3 minutes from time when Orient's Jimmy Smith was sandwiched by Wallace and Ben Gibson, and the referee pointed to the spot. Michael Symes dispatched a penalty and then tried some Olympic handball. Both he and von Williams were booked. Nothing could spoil Rovers' day though.
So Tranmere carrying off where they left off last season. That's despite losing their captain, their player of the year and their top scorer. As for MK Dons.
There were some pretty good goals at Brunton Park as well. Sadly for Carlisle, they were all scored by Tranmere. In fact, they were all scored by the same player. Hat-trick hero Andy Robinson might not have the physique of an Olympian athlete, but he knows how to strike a football. The Cumbrians tried hard to find a way back into the game, but it just wouldn't go in. And as if to show the fans what they're missing, Francois...
It was far from the ideal start for League One's early season pace setters as a terrific Mark Wright free kick found the head of Marvin Morgan. But the hosts knew they'd face a real fight to preserve their 33-game unbeaten home record against a Tranmere side who'd made a 100% start to the season. Jean-Louis Akpro scored twice on his home debut on the opening day. He further endeared himself to the Rovers' faithful 2 minutes from time to secure a point for Ronnie Moore's side.
Well, I think we were aware of Tranmere's ability. I saw them at Chesterfield, and it was very impressive, the performance then. And obviously they've gone and won their 2 opening games, so we knew they'd be lively. We knew they'd got a number of threats, and so it proved they were a side that stuck to it and caused us a few problems late on in the game.
They may have been 2 leagues apart, but this still looked a tricky assignment for Villa, facing a Tranmere side that have made a flying start in League One. Paul Lambert made 6 changes from their weekend defeat to Everton. He got the desired response. Only the offside flag denied Stephen Ireland what would have been a terrific opener. But the home side continued to move through the gears. Ireland, Enda Stevens and Andreas Weimann all involved in the build-up to Fabian Delph's first goal in over 2 years. The 5 times winners are goal up by half-time, and Tranmere braced themselves for a tough second period. After the restart, Villa set about increasing their lead. Ireland continued to sparkle, and when Owen von Williams could only parry his cross, Chris Hurd was first on the scene to put them firmly in control. That put Lambert on course for his first competitive win as Villa manager. He wasn't the only one smiling by the finish. Darren Bent smashed home his first goal in 7 months, making it a good night all round.